12-year-old daughter that was missing is 9 months pregnant.
So police...
This story is seriously fucked up, and we have to warn you, the body cam might be triggering to watch. It all went down after a high school football game last week in Birmingham, Alabama, during what's called fifth quarter. That's a tradition at historically black colleges and universities where school bands face off, taking turns to play music after the game ends. 18 minutes after the game ended, the other team had just left and the home team's band was playing their last song. That's when police approach and tell them to leave. The band keeps playing when the officer turns to the band's director, 39-year-old Johnny Mims. He instructs the band to keep playing. When he tells them this is their last song, cops tell him he's going to go to jail. He keeps the band going as the field lights go off. When they finish their song, the cops move in on Mims, attempting to place him under arrest as the students scream. That's when an officer pulls out a taser. Again, this might be hard to watch.
He's going to jail. He hit the officer. He got to go to jail. He swung on the officer. I did not swing on the officer. Man, y'all driving along. How you going to chase me? How you going to chase me?
He was tased 3 times and arrested for disorderly conduct, physical harassment, and resisting arrest. And now, he's speaking out.
I didn't remember after that point because I was so stunned and so baffled. All I remember is hearing all of my students screaming, all of the parents crying. I mean, it was a horrifying situation.
His lawyer says the cops showed an alarming abuse of power when the situation should have been de-escalated. They want all charges dropped. The whole thing is still under investigation.
Now this is crazy right here, just for the simple fact. Man, these kids, he had these kids playing a song, working together, everybody out there, you know, having a good time at the football game. Now, you can remember a lot of these teens are, you know, being involved in situations in our, you know, race of shit getting shot. You know what I'm saying? They not out there doing nothing wrong. So how the police handled this, if they wanted to arrest him for whatever reason they want to so-called arrest him on, they could have waited till the kids left, till the parents left. They did this all on the stand where it's slippery, you can fall, slide, hurt yourself. You know what I'm saying? You could have put a lot of people, more than whatever y'all want with him, in danger. And then y'all tase him 3 times in front of all those kids, being aggressive for what?
The 12-year-old from Burlington County vanished 25 years ago.
It was her rage, her anger, and she could unleash it upon anyone.
She was pregnant and she was 12 years old.
Selena Mays was just 12 years old.
So as you guys heard, we about to get into a sad, disturbing story of a 12-year-old that vanished and she's pregnant. Now, I know we just started, but when I hear this, I just think, what the hell? Where's the parents at? Like, how could something like this happen? But then again, there's always a possibility for something to happen. There's always possibilities, so that's just a stupid way of me thinking, but anyway.
Mays was just 12 years old when she disappeared without a trace from her home. And of course, her family was desperate to find her, not just because she was missing, but because she was 9 months pregnant and was just days away from giving birth. But she vanished without a trace, leaving her family wondering if the father of her baby could be responsible. But they had no idea who that was until some really disturbing clues came to light. On December 16, 1996, Selena's family was about to sit down for breakfast when Selena's stepmom Yvette notices that she hadn't come downstairs to eat. But this wasn't really that weird because Selena loved to sleep in, so she sends Selena's sister Noelle upstairs to get her out of bed. And after a few minutes, Noelle comes back downstairs without Selena, and Yvette starts to get irritated and sends Noelle back back upstairs to get her again, but after just about a minute, Noelle comes back downstairs again without Selena. Noelle is telling her mom that Selena's room is empty, so Yvette decides to send one of the older girls, 18-year-old Tiana, up there to get Selena awake so she can come down and eat. But Tiana comes back downstairs immediately and says Selena is absolutely not in her room.
I walked back downstairs and I told my mom, Selena's not in her room.
So they look around and nothing was out of place, but Selena's purse is still in her room, which puts Yvette at ease because Selena never goes anywhere without her purse. So Yvette decides to call Selena's dad, CJ, who had left for work early that morning, but he hadn't seen her since the night before. And this is when Yvette notices something. Selena's red jacket is gone, which makes her think that maybe she just went on a walk. So the family goes outside and looks for her, but she is nowhere to be found. Yvette can't even begin to think of where she had gone because they were a very religious family, so Selena had almost no freedom and they were very isolated. Selena's family basically runs a church of about 30 to 60 people, so they check with some friends from the church, but no one had seen or heard from Selena that morning. And this is when her family decides they need to get detectives to really start looking for her. But when detectives start really looking into what happened, some very weird things about the family come to light. Selena's dad, CJ, tells police that his daughter absolutely would not have just run off. Police also found that inside of Selena's bed, it was stuffed with pillows to make it seem like someone was sleeping there, which makes them think that someone in her family was responsible.
So I walked up to her bed and I pulled back her covers and it was all pillows.
But this isn't all the police find out, because CJ tells police that Selena is 9 months pregnant and that at her last appointment, her doctor said the baby would be here in just a few days.
Selena's father tells the detective that the 12-year-old daughter that was missing is 9 months pregnant.
So police are absolutely shocked when they hear this because Selena is only 12 years old, and when police tell CJ that they need to speak to the father of the baby, CJ says he can't tell them because he actually doesn't know. CJ says that Selena refused to tell anyone who the father of the baby was, and she actually hid the pregnancy until she was about 5 months pregnant and could no longer keep it a secret. So police decide that they need to go talk to Selena's doctor, but she said that even she didn't know the father of Selena's baby. But what the doctor does tell police sends the investigation into high gear because she tells them that even though Selena didn't say who the father was, Selena did say that he was 16, but wasn't a member of the church, and she suspected that Selena ran away to protect the father's identity because whoever the dad was could be facing charges even though Selena didn't show any signs of being molested. But it was absolutely crucial that they find her because the doctor said that at 12 years old, Selena's pelvis is not mature enough to have a vaginal delivery. It would have to have a C-section, and she needed medical care ASAP, and her due date was just about 10 days away. But Christmas comes and goes with no sign of Selena, and police start to...
Her due date is 10 days away. Her due date is 10 days away. And she disappeared. And y'all just heard what the doctor said. She's 12, so we know a 12-year-old ain't built for that type of stuff.
Selena, and police start to zero in on their first suspect, Selena's dad, CJ. So detectives find out that after her dad found out about the pregnancy, he kept Selena locked up basically all the time. But a few months earlier, one of Selena's friends, Robert, was able to speak to her on the phone, and he asked Selena to press a button on the phone if she was unhappy where she was living, and he was crushed when he heard a button click on the other end. But when police find out about this, they wonder if CJ could be the father of his own daughter's baby. He ends up providing proof that he had a vasectomy just a couple of years ago. But this is when Selena's older sister Tiana starts talking, and she drops a bombshell on detectives because she said that everything CJ was telling police was a complete lie and that she knew who the father of the baby was. Tiana told police that her and Selena had become really close over the last year through church, and Tiana was stunned when one day Selena pulled her aside and said that she thought she was pregnant. Tiana said that this is when Selena told her that Sean, her 22-year-old cousin, was the father of the baby.
And I said, Selena, who's the father? And she said, Sean. And I just was like, can't believe this.
And this is when Selena told her a story.
Now, this is one crazy way some shit like this could happen if it was that damn close. And I'm sorry to say it, but that's real disturbing and sick. But, man.
shook Tiana to her core. Sean worked in the music industry, and he told Selena that he would get her an autographed photo of her favorite pop group. When one night, Sean went up to Selena's bedroom and woke her up, pulled her out of bed, and brought her up to the attic of their house, and said that if she wanted an autographed photo, she would have to have sex with him, but he said that everything was fine and it was okay that they were cousins. Police are completely stunned when they hear this, and Tiana said that Sean's mom took her in because her mother was in and out of jail, and right when she moved in, Sean started grooming her and eventually raped her at 13, and it went on for years. Tiana tells police that the church actually knew Sean was doing this because Tiana and Selena were both sent to the hospital to take pregnancy tests under fake names. And when Selena's came back...
No, ain't no way in the hell I would have kept this under wrap. Nope, we tell them what happened right then and there. That's my baby, you sick, twisted, you know what I'm gonna say. I'm trying not to curse as much. I know some people it bothers, and I know I need to do better anyway because, you know what I'm saying, I could be saying stuff around the wrong person and then it rub on to them, and cursing is not cool. But anyway, man, I'll be telling, I'll be snitching, I'll be saying whatever to make sure whoever did this, well, we know who did it, will, you know, get what they supposed to get. Be in fucking jail, in prison actually, and let them guys, you know what I'm saying, know about what he's about.
And when Selena's came back positive, church leadership started to make Selena's life very difficult, but that it was not a secret that the baby was Sean's.
When Selena became pregnant, she was treated harshly. I remember she was told that she couldn't have a baby shower because this is not a happy thing for you.
So Tiana also says something that makes police even more suspicious, because she says that Selena was actually super excited to have her baby and knew she needed medical attention and she would not have run off. But Tiana said that when Selena disappeared, she remembered something that she absolutely needed to tell them. Tiana said that the morning that everyone found out she was missing, Sean was acting extremely weird. Everyone was looking for her. Sean was in the kitchen acting very anxious, not saying a word, and that morning when Tiana went and looked in Selena's room for clues, she found a diaper bag that Tiana had given Selena in secret, and it was still there. At that point, she knew something very bad had happened to Selena because she would have taken that diaper bag with her if she would have run off on her own. So police decide that it's time to confront their number one suspect, Sean. But when they sit down to talk to him, of course he denies everything and said that he is not the father and he has never even touched Selena. But police don't have enough evidence to arrest him, and so unfortunately they have to let Sean go. But things were about to go completely sideways. After the church finds out that Tiana went to police, she starts to get scared for her own life. Her feelings were confirmed when one night she woke up with Sean's hand over her mouth and his other hand holding her bedroom door closed. But right before anything truly terrible happened, someone came pounding on Tiana's door telling her to wake up, which scared Sean and he ducked out of the room. And this was the last straw for Tiana, and the next day she went to the police station and officially filed a report for all of the times Sean sexually assaulted her. And Sean ended up being charged for Tiana's rape and for one other woman in the church, but Selena was still nowhere to be found. Police try to press Sean after he's arrested, tell them what happened to Selena, but he absolutely refused to say anything, and he refused to take a polygraph. So police are back to square one, and nearly 10 years go by, and investigators had shuffled through almost 200 suspects, and hope is starting to fade when police hear that Selena's dad CJ is terminally ill. So they decide to pay him a visit, and he said that he always knew Sean was the one who got her pregnant, but he does not know what happened to his daughter. Police start to believe that Selena was murdered to prevent the truth about her pregnancy from coming to light and giving the church a bad reputation, and some people speculate that Selena is buried in the church basement, but police were never able to confirm this theory. But detectives have not stopped looking for Selena, and just in September of 2022, police released this age-progressed photo of her, hoping that she's still out there, and they are still following up on every single lead that comes their way, hoping to give this little girl the justice she deserved.
Now that's sad, man. It took that just for them to come and say something when they could have said something in the beginning, you know, from all this from happening, you feel me? Like they shouldn't even took this much. It shouldn't even took this late in order for them to say something. They should have had went on and said something when she became pregnant, and they knew damn well what was not right. They should have went and put light on that situation because that's what God would have wanted them to do. Man, that story to get you stuffed up, man. I'm telling you. I don't know about the viewers. And the people that always rock with me, but man, that's crazy.